Ah, crap. Here we go. All right. Let's go live. We're just gonna do some live stuff in the moment. Hold on. Yeah, 1 point. And whoever's watching, thank you. Appreciate you. Facebook, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Just getting myself set up here. There you go. There's some stuff here. Oh, I got 100 followers on Twitch. Awesomeness. Appreciates that. Yeah. Also, make sure that the freaking volume is on this, because 1 point I actually had the volume up, right? And then nobody can hear it. So play some Animal Crossing. Screw it. I'm in the mood for some Animal Crossing. Oh. Play some Animal Crossing. Screw it. Go. Who's watching? Appreciate it. Got people watching. My girl got shades on. Nice. So, I'm chilling today. Regular freaking day. You know. Well, I'm lying now because I just got up a couple minutes. So, right now I just want to relax today. I want to play my Animal Crossing. And I have my fun with my Animal Crossing. And it's like I'm really annoyed left and right because I see a lot of dumb things going on. I just wonder, why are these things happening? And you know, like I try to look at every like aspect and perspective here, left and right, because you know a lot of people tend to have different opinions on things. So I'm gonna go on my rant here. I want your opinions on certain things, especially certain topics. You know, don't be afraid to go ahead and state how you feel about those certain topics and everything. So I go in right to see like things about like, you know, what's going on with New York, because I'm from New York, and you know they're still dealing with, you know, the issue. You can't state what it is anymore, because if I state what it is, then I can actually get demonetized, which is not no problem. But to another point, it's like, why am I gonna get demonetized for stating what the hell it is? You know, and issue with that is because I guess it's because like some people have made like different types of things with, you know, some theories of where it came from, and you know, people try to say that it's fake, and dealing with certain things is fake, and then people are protesting it. I know some of you know what I'm talking about. Every time when I hear something about that, I laugh my ass off, because I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous. I'm from New York, right? And New York is one of the biggest places infected by this issue. Now, you know, now being the fact that people are affected by this issue, people don't seem to understand that, hey, yeah, it's a problem. And when I say it like that, you know, and geez, like it gets on my nerve even more and more when I start talking about it, because people know it's an issue and they don't tend to do things like follow the quarantine. Fuck it, because I don't even think I'm supposed to be mentioning the quarantine. Fuck it, they don't pay me too much, or they don't pay me enough. They don't even pay me at all on YouTube, so screw it. So, things like, oh, you know, we're gonna go ahead and protest it because it's an infringement of our rights and all that stupid shit that I'm hearing left and right. It's like, okay, no problem, just make sure you do it safely. Then half of the people don't do it safely, say it's a conspiracy theory, say it's just oh my god, saying that it's like things like, oh, it's just the media making up shit. Come on, like, we already got people sick in the hospital for this, and you're telling me that it's like, it's a conspiracy, like there's something with that, like something that's been going on for like a couple of like almost a month now, and people have been like dealing with issues of it, like now, like it automatically, it's a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy. Like kiss my ass. Like come on, like seriously. People who and people stop the quarantine not just because they're protesting, but because they get bored at home. And this is in New York. This is just like, this is in New York. This is where I'm from. Like I used to live in Bay Shore. Like probably like one of the most like okay places in New York. Cause I had a couple of people at one point telling me that it was the ghetto. I'm like, the Bay Shore is not the ghetto. Come on, any place called Bay Shore, Brentwood, anything like that? No. Don't you tell me that's a ghetto there. We had like, that was like one of the like those areas, those districts are probably like one of the best districts there. Like geez, it's like literally one of the places like where, you know, there were things like carnivals. There were like major areas like, oh, there are things like oh, I got myself a bamboo sprout. There were things like fucking like Entenmann's and shit, like so much things that just showed, hey, like that it was probably like one of the biggest places and one of the richest places in on the island. Now, besides Brightwaters, like, jeez. Now I got some problem with some people. Like, I have a couple of friends that go to the city, right? That live in Bay Shore or live in the Brentwood area. Motherfuckers can't keep their asses at home for 2 minutes. Not even for 2 minutes, and then automatically they're bored. Like, practice shit like Oh, damn it. Like, practice shit like actually being, like, like being alone and being in your house. You know, alone. Like, practice that shit. Like, if people don't practice that shit, then how are you gonna be able to do it? Just in case if they have to do another quarantine. Or just in case you have to do something like that. To, like, let's say if you're sick or in any certain areas, like you have the flu and you can't go. Or if you're like actually have like a broken bone or injury where you can't move. People just think that they can't freaking do it, and it's ridiculous. Jeez, it's like relax. Like, you're not gonna freaking die. Relax. I understand if you freaking have like some certain like things like anxiety or like certain issues, then practice things like learning to actually find out like different skills that you have. Like with me, I've learned to do video editing in the process of this issue. And with that, you know, a lot of people don't get that, hey, you can actually learn these things. Like, learn them. Learn them, damn it. It's not too difficult. Learn them. Like that's what I don't get. It's like, learn them. It's no problem to learn them in any type of manner. Like, you learn more skills in the process of like being at home, going on the internet, because most of you are on the internet anyway. So just freaking learn the shit. Like, learn it. Learn some things. Come on, people. There's nothing wrong with that stuff. Like, it's ridiculous nowadays that people just get upset because, oh, I have to stay at home. I have nothing to do. Learn to do shit then. Jeez, learn. Why is this so wrong for you to learn something? Like that's what skills are made for, to learn. As I said, I freaking learned things like video editing. I started drawing left and right. Hey, come on, it's time to learn some skills left and right here. Nothing wrong with it. And you just wonder, how do people do it? Because like, some of us block ourselves from the world because people suck. Excuse me. Now, I know some of y'all need some interaction. That's why people do things like Skype calls, probably Facebook calls. Call somebody up. Hit somebody up. Be like, yo. Yeah, I wanna chill. I need to chill. I wanna chill. Like, you know, or I need a Skype call. I've been calling like my friends left and right to see what they're doing. Playing like PlayStation and stuff like that. Get a game console. Holy crap, that's like a major thing right now. Like, I've been doing things like playing freaking Animal Crossing on my PC. I've been trying to do my competitive matches in Overwatch. I've been like beating my RPG games like freaking like Skyrim. Like, I've been playing like Dragon Age, everything possible. But you know, I understand. Possibly not everybody's into video games. That's great. Understandable. But this is a good time to learn. I'll tell you why. And I don't have a fishing rod. Because let's say I am playing a video game. I'm dating someone. I'm playing a video game, right? You know, she's just standing by and she's looking at me like, I don't know what to do. I'll be like, hey, you know, you want to play the game with me? You know, and then she won't know what to do. Hey, sometimes I could teach her how to play a game, or she could be playing the game on her own and learning on her own. So that's my major thing about it. It's like, why? Like I just don't understand why. It's like, it's just like, I just don't get on things like why people need to like Like I don't understand why people need to go out. They don't have to go out. Like if you want to go out, yeah, great, go out, have fun with your friends. But if it's on this epidemic and stuff like that, your ass don't need to go out. You need to keep your ass at home. Like keep your ass at home. We don't need a lot more sick people around the damn area. We don't. We don't need a lot more people getting sick, especially in New York, where there's like most of the people, one of the areas where most of the people sick. So we don't need that. Because we already have, because I'm in Orlando right now, we already have dumbass people who still go to the beaches during this whole thing. Came down here for spring break, was like, oh, I don't care if I get coronavirus. Like, you know, even some people just like go out even with the coronavirus. No, you need to stop your shit and stay at home. No. I don't need to be I don't need to be here freaking like having to go out, wear a mask and wear like my gloves and everything, wear all of that to a point where, you know, I have to keep myself safe, right? But then I need to go out to go ahead and buy my food. I need to go buy stuff like, you know, that's necessary. And your ass is worried about partying. Do you know people are dying from this epidemic? Like why? I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Absolutely ridiculous. My issue with that is just like, you know, it's worse because when people are out there protesting, people are getting upset because the people that, you know, they want to go back to their jobs, they feel like this is a joke. Alright, you have that opinion. Sure, no problem, go ahead. But then you have those people who are working out of their houses, they're working in different countries, and have to deal with those situations. And you guys are like, you know, big of a deal. Oh, let me get this. Praying mantis. Now, it's just like you have those people dealing with this situation, and you're just making a big joke of it and saying that, you know, it's not real. You know, people are dealing with this. People found out that it is damn real. I hate bees. I really hate bees. I got stung twice. Did I pass out from bees and I got nuke miles for that? No, but yep. Apparently I can't even. I'm not even supposed to be speaking about this, especially on YouTube, because you get demonetized for it. Why the hell do you get demonetized for something that is actually widely known? I think it's because of all these conspiracy theorists that they tend to go ahead and just be like, oh, you know what, you know, this is that, but you know, this is fake and everything, and they're trying to stop people for actually knowing the real truth. So I don't know. I find it absolutely freaking ridiculous. There's freaking you know, like I've seen on things like Game Grumps, which is one of my favorite YouTube channels, that they had to like replace it with something else. Like they called it the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. It's like, really, you would get demonetized for mentioning something that's already widely known? It's absolutely ridiculous. And that sounds ridiculous. Now, with that, I'm done with this whole thing. I'm done with that topic. Oh my goodness. Like, I've been wanting to go on major rants recently. Like, extreme major rants. So, I have a question for a lot of people in America. And like, it's mostly like in the, I would say the Florida area. I love me my Florida peoples. And sometimes in the Bayshore, New York, Long Island area. So, why is it that y'all can't drive? You see, I could be able to get my license right now. And you know what? I would love to get my license right now to be able to go to different places. But I'm afraid to get my damn license because some of y'all can't drive for fucking shit. I go in, right? I don't understand why when I'm crossing a street to probably go to the Five Below near my area. I'm going over there just to you know, get some $5 worth purchase items. Now, oh wait. Just writing down something. Now, I try to across the street to go, as I said, Five Below. Why is it that when, like, I go ahead and cross the street, I see like a muscle car or like one of the like the most expensive cars, the ones that are supposedly good, the one that are supposedly amazing, and they go like 2 miles per hour down the street. I'm waiting to cross. That thing is like I'm right here, and this thing is like right here. It's like I'm waiting to cross, but this thing is going massively slow. And then you see it's one of the people who are elderly. I'm like, dude, okay, why do you have this car? like, all right, no problem. You want a muscle car? You want a nice Camaro? But like, why in the hell would you buy this car and then go massively slow? I understand you're trying to be cautious, but then it's like, would it matter what type of car you have at one point? Because it's like, you know, like, okay, if I can afford this car, fine, I'll buy it. But it's like if you have a car that could go a little bit faster down the damn road, go a little bit faster. Go past me if you can, because I'm trying to cross the street, but now I'm waiting for your slow ass to get down the damn street with the damn muscle car. But then it's the opposite sometimes. It's like you'll have a car that's like a 1980 or like a 1970, and then apparently, you know, like you worked on it, you busted your ass, or it's just like regularly built, and then all of a sudden you're going like you were in a Fast and the Furious fucking movie. And I'm like trying to realize, like, yo, slow the hell down. Even people going that fast have gotten into car accidents. And especially in Florida, they're majorly prone to accidents. But why I mentioned Bayshore and Long Island is because somehow on the Sunrise Highway, you guys get into car accidents more than the many times that people have tried to impeach Donald Trump. But god damn it, you know, like, I don't know. It's like, why? It's like, why? What's the purpose of that? It's like, why is it that, you know, like, you know, people can't follow the rules, they get pulled over, and then when they get pulled over, I don't know why I got pulled over. Like, you know why you got pulled over. Jeez. That's the crazy shit. It's the crazy stuff, and they're like, oh no, I don't know. Like, yeah, you do. You were doing something wrong. You obviously freaking went down the highway, and especially in Sunrise Highway, you were either swerving back and forth, you were going faster than the freaking speed limit, or anything like that, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, like everybody would go ahead and get into some car accident. I think the Sunrise Highway was the highway like in front of the field in Bayshore High School, and right there, every time when I get out of school, somebody's in some type of car accident or somebody's getting pulled over. It's like, damn, okay, guys. Why is it that we can, what can we like fuck up less? Like that's what I want from, that's what I would like and prefer from, like, you know, the Bayshore area. Can we do that less? Jeez, like, it's majorly annoying. It's like as I said, that's why I don't even want to drive. That's why like, and you know what, I have to be going somewhere like to possibly get a better job and probably go farther and farther to get a better job. But holy crap, what sucks is that some of y'all can't even drive for shit. It's just like, it's embarrassing. It's like with me, I at least try to keep things straight. Like when I practice driving, I just like try to keep things straight. You know, I try to make sure everybody's safe, I'm safe. But at one point, everybody who knows how to drive better than I can apparently can't use their damn signals, can't use anything. Like anything that we learn to use to actually apply to our driving skills. Nope. They don't do that. Like, geez, it's so annoying with that. Let me see if someone's online. Roger. There's your friend. See your friend here. Oh, drumsticks. So I'm going in because I'm playing Animal Crossing. So today I'm playing actually no, yesterday, excuse me. I'm focusing on things today that, like, you know, are in the game. So I bought Splatoon 2. I was like, okay, this is on the deal. Let me buy Splatoon 2. Why not? It's a fun game. I thought Splatoon was pretty fun. Yeah. That was an okay game. My issue, per se, is that, you know, we have things like PvP. Oh wait, freaking dragonfly. Son of a... Oh, okay, so you just go to some place I can't catch you at. Gotcha. Darner dragonfly. So I go into the playing Splatoon 2. I'm playing the PvP area. So you can either do things. You can either, like, you know, destroy your enemies in the game, but also the main objective in PvP is to cover the area in a lot of paint. So you have to be able to, like, do things like, you know, cover your area in paint. Now, my issue is, like, why is nobody doing this? Why is nobody doing things like, you know, actually doing what the objective is? And it's like, what is the point of you playing the damn game if you're not doing the objective? I get that issue a lot with Overwatch. It's like, okay, I'm on the point, I'm pushing the payload, Everybody's trying to kill something like it's TDM. It's not fucking TDM. We gotta move the payload, guys. And I'm the support. The ones that should be moving the payload is like either one out of like probably like 3 out of 6 people, which is probably a healer and probably the 2 tanks, or probably a healer, a tank, and a DPS. But fuck me, right? Like I excuse me for doing the objective like I'm supposed to, but I get to a point where it's like, yo, can we move the payload? And everybody's still trying to play the damn game like it's TDM. That's another issue with Splatoon. It's like, okay, we're getting kills here, but are we covering the area? Like, we killed like this team like left and right, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, oh, why are we losing? It's like, because we have to cover the area and paint. Like, one team will be like, let's say purple, and my team will be green or yellow. And it's like, yo, are we gonna cover this place in paint? Or what are we doing here? Is that, are we gonna freaking actually do what this game is about? It's like playing Street Fighter 5. I'm Ken going against Dalsim, and I'm just standing right there. It's like, oh no, I'm just having fun. It's like, you gotta fight. It's like, there's no reason for you to be playing this if all you're gonna do is just stand there, you know, just in your fighting stance and everything, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, it's I don't feel like fighting today. Like, what? Like, geez, it's like I've never heard of stupid shit like that. That like it's like dumb shit on a day-to-day basis when it comes to stuff like that. All right, let me sell this stuff and let's go to a quick intermission. Bamboo shoot. Sell this real quick. I'll take it. Alright, there you go. And with that, I will be right back, people. So just give me one quick second. Alright. I'm back. Now, I was talking about freaking Splatoon and fucking other games with people doing about their objectives. If you got a game that's set to do a freaking objective, do the damn objective, please. Like, holy crap, it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's like, hello, I'm on the point. I'm right here. Anybody gonna move the point with me? Or it's like, are you gonna fight me? This is a fighting game. You know, don't play a game that has a specific objective and just be lazy to it. I hate that shit so much. It's like for Overwatch, if you're doing things like quick playing, you're playing a character you don't know because you want to practice it, then yeah, go ahead by all means. Doesn't mean, hello, don't do the objective. Like okay. Absolutely fucking horrendous of an idea, but okay. So that's a major thing. What you making, friend? I was really focused on this. What are you doing? I'm crafting a rocking horse. So let's see how you do it. Nico, wanna learn how to make your own rocking horse? Hell yeah, I wanna make a rocking horse. Alright. I wrote down all the details here. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. So, I get into a point where I'm like, okay, you know what? I want this. I want this. But, okay. So, here's another rant for you. I hate when, you know, people discredit a lot of WWE wrestlers. Now, here's my thing, and it's like mostly because they're not real fighters. Okay, so let me put this in a perspective here. I kind of see it. There's a lot of people who do say that, you know, are real fighters. Some of them do MMA, you know, UFC. They do specific events for even things like, I would say, competitions. Sometimes there are competitions like world competition, national competitions, all of that. Now, my thing about that is that, you know, people discredit a lot of WWE wrestlers because of the fact that, you know, they go through a script. Now, I can understand why people say it's fake on that point, but here's one thing I don't understand. Is how you say it's fake, but then at one point, if you are an MMA fighter and you're saying that it's fake, you can't do what WWE fighters or WWE wrestlers can do. Some wrestlers do things like death-defying jumps, like for instance, Rey Mysterio. You had Jeff Hardy who does the swanton right off the freaking on high areas. You have Mick Foley who throws himself off the cell. And some people who, you know, actual real fighters who start swinging and punching and, you know, kicking in the actual UFC ring or do submissions, you know, you do got the skill to fight, but at one point, do you have the skill to be a WWE wrestler? Not really. Because even things like, you know, at times when you're a fighter, most of the time you're wanting to throw punches. Sometimes in WWE you have to pull back your punches. Some fighters don't know how to do that shit properly. Now, I'm not discrediting any MMA fighters or anything. You guys are the real thing, of course. And compared to WWE, it is scripted. But when it comes to doing things like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna jump off a ladder and land on these tables, or I'm gonna go ahead and take this slap from this guy, because apparently, you know, because a lot of wrestlers get upset when you call it fake, right? So they get to a point where it's a major thing, that it's like, okay, that's major disrespect. All right. You try to take a fucking slap in the chest. Nobody, and it will hurt more than anything. Like, you guys can go on YouTube right now. You can look up Sin Cara. That's a luchador. And he goes on a live show. He slaps the guest. He's like, yo, I'm gonna give you a slap to show you that it's real. You know, he gives him the slap, and then it hurts more than anything. Like, you see like the hand mark there. There's also another guy who is a big name right now in the UK. He's actually the NXT UK champion, Walter. The Hang in the Gall on Walter. And if you hear his smacks, it's the most destructive smack ever. You can ask Adam Cole, who is the NXT champion right now, and be like, hey, yo, Adam, does Walter's chops actually hurt a lot? Did it actually hurt that bad? I wanted to ask him that question. So I'm probably gonna do a thing on Twitter where, you know, he has these posts. I'm like, yo, does Walter's chops actually hurt that bad? Because if you actually go to a live show, you can hear the chop. You can hear it. Like, there's no way of being in that building and not hearing it. Like, oh my goodness. It's so, like a lot of people think they'll be able to take that. You won't be able to take that. Like, it's like holy crap. It's like, okay, go ahead. You want to do that? By all means, go ahead. Go ahead, do it. Think you're tough, and then they see that big ass red hand on the chest. Like, a lot of people don't give these WWE wrestlers credit, especially where some of them actually know like certain things. Like for instance, people didn't know that that the Undertaker actually was a boxer. Like, and then like people would discredit him because he likes to do things like WWE. It's like, dude, he just likes WWE. People grew up with WWE. People grew up being wrestlers, you know? People liked wrestling. There's another thing where it talks about Stu Hart, where they're in some place called the Dungeon. And the Dungeon is actually where he trains wrestlers, and that he was extremely strict to a point where certain wrestlers couldn't take it. Like, certain wrestlers couldn't understand like how to take that type of treatment, or how to take that type of training. It was so weird. And in certain things outside of the ring, it's actually real. Like, there were people that were especially like that were killed outside of the ring, like excuse me, that were killed, that had like ties to like some type of mafia, that were assassinated, that were that even did things like suicide. And like, if you see things like crazy stories, like things like the dark side of the ring, you would understand why it's like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is insane to see. But people don't take it seriously. People don't take that, oh, you know what? It's just wrestling. It's not that big of a deal. Like, okay. Alright, no problem. As I said, just go in there, take a slap in the chest. Because I plan on doing this. I plan on going to things like an event. Like, I want to do things like an event, and I want to go ahead and put I would say I want to go ahead and do things like, you know, hey, like, see like people like Walter or a wrestler, I want to show them that it's actually real. Like, yo, show me an actual slap that you do in a ring. Give me an actual slap that you do in a ring. Like, I want to do it, like, whether it's Sin Cara, whether it's Walter. I'll take one from Walter. I don't give a shit. Now I'll just deal with the Sting the whole day. I'll just put like a water bottle with ice, and then put it on my chest, and I'm like, ah. But, you know, like, people just like don't give those people the credit. And, you know, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like, come on, guys, give just because they set up things to actually like do like, you know, a specific story doesn't mean it's doesn't mean in certain aspects it's fake. Like jumping off, as I said, like doing things like jumping off an actual ladder into a table hurts a lot, especially if it's fake. It's a big deal. It's like, okay, it's fake. That's worse. That's worse. It's like landing on something that breaks easily and it doesn't freaking, and then you tend to freaking get hurt badly. Landing on things like thumbtacks, like Chris Jericho has done it. Mick Foley has done it. Randy Orton has done it. It fucking hurts. There's also things like, you know, Mick Foley throwing himself off the Hell in the Cell. That hurts. Mick Foley losing his ear in, I think in Japan or in France, where that losing a whole like part of your ear. Come on, that's intense. It's majorly intense. People don't realize that. But people want to call out things like Ronda Rousey, because Ronda Rousey just wants to go ahead and say that, you know, wrestling is fake. I'm like, okay, Ronda, you can say wrestling is fake. Great, go ahead. Wrestling is fake to you. But then at one point, why the hell are you? Why the hell were you there? Like, you were there just trying to look cool. Like, yeah, you know, I'm Ronda Rousey. I'm in WWE now, and one of the most famous people, Roddy Piper, your uncle, loved wrestling, and you wear his jacket. So what bothers me is that you wear his jacket, and that you are okay wearing his jacket and disrespecting the sport that he loves. And he's like in love with this sport, because there was a guy named Vince Russo who was considered something called the Antichrist of wrestling. And with that, he goes to TNA, which is an old wrestling area, which I think right now it's Impact Wrestling. And with that, he does things like, he's like, you know what? I want to go ahead and call this guy out. He calls the guy out. He comes to a point, he was like you're killing my kids who want to be wrestlers, who dare to dream. Smacks the guy in the back of the head with the book. He's like boom, smacking him in the back of the head. It's like, yo, all right, that's Hot Rod there. That's a guy who loved it, and then you're saying stuff like, oh, it's fake. Like even wrestlers hate that. People like Brock Lesnar, like who was like a WWE wrestler. He used to do the indies. Then he went to do things like, you know, become like, you know, WWE champion, then become the UFC heavyweight champion. Like it's like okay, so you got something, Brock. You did something in UFC. Like, at least it wasn't like CM Punk who went into MMA and then fucked it up. But, you know, at least they tried. But here's one thing. It's kind of weird that, you know, that people say that, you know, some people who are in MMA or in certain areas, like for instance, I don't know, like they do martial arts, say that they can do WWE, but then go in there, can't take certain hits, can't deal with certain hits, can't deal with certain things like being put through a table. It's kind of weird. But then at one point you say like MMA and UFC are like the toughest around the real. Okay, no problem. No problem. It's kind of weird when you guys say that, like, oh, you know, it's easy to do it, but some also people from WWE or wrestling go into MMA, like for instance, Jake Hagar, is 2-0 right now. Throw his thing 2-0. Brock Lesnar, what goes in there? Cam Shamrock. All big names right now. And the thing is, it's like oh, they can't do it. They're WWE fighter, but then they do it, and then it's like it shows that it's like, oh, you know what? Not that big of a deal. It's kind of weird that like people even like in WWE even get offers to do UFC or MMA. Like for instance, some of you know Shinsuke Nakamura. He got offered to do MMA. You know, he got offered to do a lot of things. You know, and people just go ahead and discredit that. So that's another one of my rants down. But I think I'm gonna be done for this today. Just want to do a short rant video, short rant stream. Gonna be playing these games another time. But you know, definitely subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitch. You know, at EHGCommunity, and definitely go ahead and join us. You know, next time on other platforms. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it very much. And you guys stay safe out there. Stay inside, please. Please, we don't need more people like spreading that issue. You know, causing a lot more of an issue for others. So stay at home. Thank you very much.